Good morning, good afternoon, and or evening, and welcome back to the Den. And back to the Dirty Casual Try series, where today, their Dirty Casual is trying the newest hero in Marvel Rivals, Gambit. That's right, the Cajun sensation. Coming up from the bayou, Mon Ami gonna kick some butt. And I have to say, just on first impression, looks like they did a pretty good job with him, right? Let's get in here. Now, I have not checked out his abilities, so I know nothing of what Gambit is able to do just yet. Now, his main attack is kinetic cards. Launch 3 kinetic cards in an arc ahead. Each card detonates on impact, creating a single target explosion that damages enemies and heals allies. Okay, so he's going to be like Luna. Wait, what is this? While Healing Heart stack is active, while Breaking Spades, Healing Hearts, Breaking Spades. Ooh. Okay, so we haven't gotten there yet, but he launches out a little wave of 3, and he's got 21 ammo. Let me see here. Yep, it goes down by 3 at a time, so he's got 7 shots before he can reload. The Cajun Charge. Sidestep forward with the bow staff, dashing a short distance. Okay, he's got 2 of them. He's got 2 of them that he can do. So, I don't know what the cooldown is, but they're just showing that he's got 2 of them here. Okay, we'll get to these here in a second. Bayou Bash. Channel kinetic energy into the bow staff, and then slam it into the ground after a sweeping strike, creating a shockwave that damages nearby enemies and heals allies. Follow up Cajun Charge with big, easy impact to sprint forward while striking with the bow staff, triggering 3 kinetic explosions along the path. Okay, so he healed and damaged. Backs up. Okay, so when he hits people, it causes like a little area of effect. I didn't see anything come off of Punisher here. Let's watch again. He's got 2 of these as well. And he goes on a 5-second cooldown. Okay, so when you use the big easy, that's going to use up the second charge here. The first one's going to be the sweeping strike. Okay, I still didn't see any kind of like area of effect, but goes on a 5-second cooldown once he uses both charges. So if you don't use the big easy impact, I would imagine that you can do another one of these after a second or 2, right? Or maybe it just preps up a big easy impact and you're just kind of stuck with it until you use it. Don't know. All right. Conjure a heart card by consuming 1 stack of sleight of hand and switch to the Healing Hearts deck. Okay, so he's throwing out some stuff. He swaps. And then he gets like healing going on around him. Okay, so it's I guess a way to apply that's how you're going to apply the effects to yourself and not your allies. Okay. Oh, and it says bridge boost after he does it. He's going to heal. He pops. Got bridge boost, raise, flush. Okay. Conjure a spade card by consuming 1 stack of sleight of hand to gain. Okay, they just forgot their space there. Consuming 1 stack of sleight of hand to gain a damage boost and switch to the breaking spades deck. Okay. And when he swaps, he gets his buff. Raise, flush. Okay. So raise and flush. Is that what's going to be over here? Doesn't look to be. Okay. Bridge boost. While Healing Hearts deck is active, trigger Flush Empowerment to card spring and fire a full deck forward. Cards bounce between allies on impact, granting health and healing boost. What? Oh, so he does the flush, and then it throws it forward. I don't know if I can pause it. So quick. They get hurt. Okay, so he activates the healing for him, right? While Healing Hearts is active, flush, that's this over here, E, trigger flush empowerment to card spring and fire a full deck forward. Cards bounce between allies on impact, granting health and a healing boost. Okay, so it's like the whole thing right there. Okay, and they get like healing over time, and it gives them healing. And then it comes back, and you've got your cards again. Okay. Binding Barrage. While Breaking Spades is... Okay. While Healing Hearts is active, trigger Raise Empowerment to launch a cluster of cards in an arc ahead. Explosions here, nearby allies, and purify them. Okay. This is going to be really complicated. Okay, so this bridge boost here, this basically super heals your buddies. So you would trigger Flush when the healing deck is active, and if you trigger Raise, you deal a bunch of explosions that heal nearby allies and purify them, so it removes Groot's status effect there. Okay, so then Binding Barrage. While Breaking Spades deck is active, trigger Raise Empowerment to scatter cards in an arc in all directions. Explosions damage enemies and launch them up. So Raise is your knockback. Is your launch up and knockback. Okay. So when you got Breaking Spades, Raise does that. Okay, and when Breaking Spades is active, Flush fires a full set of cards forward that explode on impact, dealing damage while inflicting reduced healing. Okay, so it prevents them from getting healed as quickly. Triggers it, does the thing. Okay. And that's Flush. Okay. So this is Raise. So this is Flush, Raise, Flush. Or Raise, Flush. Okay. Weird. Okay. That was a lot, chat. That was a lot. My mind's a little bit fried at the moment. Not really. Lock onto an ally within sight and unleash multiple aces that heal and purify. Both enter the kinetic transfer state, granting increased movement speed and jump boost while enhancing attacks with additional single target explosive damage and providing the ally with ultimate ability charge acceleration. What? Lock onto an ally within sight and unleash multiple aces that heal and purify. Okay. Both enter the kinetic transfer state, granting increased movement speed and jump boost while enhancing attacks with single target explosive damage and providing the ally with ultimate ability charge acceleration. Okay, so he pops them out, and that heals them and purifies them of any status effects. They're going to enter the kinetic transfer state, and they get increased movement speed and a jump boost while enhancing the attacks with single target explosive damage and providing the ally with ultimate ability charge acceleration. So they're going to get their ults faster. And you just go in and keep attacking. And they explode when it's done. Okay. Wow. That was a lot. Okay, so 7 shots. He gets to throw out 3 cards that deal damage to enemies, heal allies. He gets the sweep and attack forward, and then you can use the second charge with right click to do the little dash that can hit multiple people. You've got your standard dash, and you've got 2 charges for it. Now this one, when you're on your deck, you use one of your cards down here, and then you swap to your healing deck by consuming 1 stack, and then once you're on that and you use that ability, once you pop E for the Healing Hearts deck, you can then either do Bridge Boost, which is the Flush, and this fires a full deck that like super heals your allies, or you can do Purifying Pickup with Raise, while and launch a cluster of cards that heal nearby allies and purify them. So, flush with healing does not purify. Raise with healing purifies. And then, if you press F, you go to the Breaking Spades deck and you get a damage boost. And then once you pop that ability, you can either do Raise to do a knockback to all nearby enemies, and it triggers damage and launches them up, or you can fire a full deck of cards forward that explode on impact, doing like massive damage to one person, basically. And they then, instead of being purified, they get reduced healing. Okay, and then his ultimate, you heal and purify allies, and you put them into the kinetic transfer state, which gets them increased movement speed and a jump boost, and explosive damage to their single target attacks, and it provides them with quick charge on their ult. And if you got Magneto in your team, he can pop the little C button there for the team up ability, and then he's throwing a barrage of like big explosive swords. What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like there's just so much going on here with Gambit, right? Yeah, Gambit's gonna be complicated, right? Already, just off the bat, I'm having to keep track of 2 different abilities that I can proc whenever I proc one of my 2 abilities, right? My swapping between the decks. He's obviously a like damage and support kind of focused character. I'm thinking maybe kind of more like an anti-dive, less of a charge into the fray kind of person. But he might even be able to be a bit of a brawler, like a support and a brawler, a healer and a brawler, because he can do buffs as well. Now, I'm leaning against that, right? Even though he's got a right click that's a melee attack, because his main attack that he's probably going to be using the most, he gets 7 shots with it, and he shoots out 3 cards at range. Also, this damages or heals, depending on who you're looking at. And when we swap over here to the Healing Hearts deck, both of these are range, right? He throws out cards, he throws out a deck, both of them are ranged. This is for when enemies are close, so this might be more defensive. And this one is like, hey, I'm trying to kill somebody, finish them off, and make sure they don't get away from me, right? Because you get the decreased healing. There's just so much here, right? I have no clue how this is going to go. He's obviously going to be highly mobile as well, so hopefully Gambit will be kind of able to take care of himself and try to keep people from pushing up on him and killing him. He seems like he's going to be a support that's not necessarily a backline support, but kind of like in your group, not fighting, not like in the midst of their group, but kind of in the midst of your group, behind your tank, you know, next to maybe another support or a DPS that's, you know, doing range damage, or, you know, if you got 2 tanks behind both your tanks. That's what he seems he's going to be like. He also seems like, I mean, depending on how much damage it does in game and how that kind of transfers over, he could be just like a really good, hey, I'm going to kind of plant myself here and I'm going to be this healer, buffer, status cleanser, and, you know, if you get near me, watch out kind of thing with his damage. Making the right picks as far as swapping between his 2 decks and then picking either the raise or the flush, you know, which one I should do there, raise or flush. So, how is this going to go? Well, let's find out. Really, again with the slowness? Three Deeps, Cap, and Adam Warlock. Raises the super heal and raises the knockback, right?
Before you attack. Get ready.
As long as I keep my wits sharp, Gambit will be just fine.
Oh, he sounds so good.
The battle starts in 5, 4,
Oh, he sounds so good.
2, 1. You have to
Oh
stop
no,
this
his dash isn't far enough for that.
area.
Oh, I can stand on this?
Wouldn't mind
Anyways.
setting up a chapter of the guild here.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, we'll do stuff like that. They're probably going to try to get behind us at this point. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. And of course, he just dives right on in for me. Oh, I'm getting ganged up on. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, they just pushed up. They eliminated the rest of my team, and he can just sit there and just walk forward on me. I do like the ability of being able to spit people, spit out cards to heal a lot of people really quick. Like, I've already built up a good bit of super energy. I don't know if it's a long or slow time for Gambit just yet, first game. But so far, I'm kind of liking his mobility, and I'm liking his ability to heal and damage, right? Probably going to get pushed up on again here. And we need to go this way. Oh, okay.
Just the boost I need.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
She's gonna push him. And then Daredevil came in on me. I didn't mean to get stuck in a corner. I thought she was gonna go for the group, but no, she smartly went for the two supports.
That vehicle.
But okay, so we need to be looking to use like the dash or the right click and dash to like defend against divers, because that works pretty well against Daredevil pushing up, right? Okay, so this will still heal even when I'm on this deck. Okay, I was thinking just kind of swap to an all damage thing. Yeah, I should have done the flush thing. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm liking that Gambit. I'm liking that. Okay, so he's like an anti-dive, kind of. We need to stay back. We can do some range damage, too, but we need to... Okay, it bounces in between people. Yeah. Now let's swap. Oh! Okay, let's swap back to the healing deck.
Gear is ready. They have been weaned and they will not escape.
Okay, maybe I need to take a more proactive role here. I got myself stuck in there. That was dumb. I should have gone after Invisible Woman. I was thinking I was gonna dash right back out, but then he did the 1,000 cuts, and it's like I have to go through it. So that was really stupid of me, right? That was just bad positioning. But we might still be able to pull this off. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, I couldn't get away. I didn't have another dash. I used it to do the little spinny attack, so that was that. And is Moon Knight gonna do some good? Oh, got an ultimate pop there.
Well, you can't expect to win.
Okay, so without a dash, Gambit cannot get away from stuff. I definitely like Gambit's flexibility. He's like a cloak and dagger, being able to swap between kind of damage things. I never really found myself close enough to use the knockback and up, but I did throw out the ranged attack with the Breaking Hearts deck and was able to apply a little bit of, you know, reduced damage and get some extra damage out there. And I was, even with the damage buff, able to take out Invisible Woman one time from range pretty quick. Pretty far out. I'm pretty sure from her range I would have only hit her with one card. But he's mobile, he's agile, but once you use his abilities and say like one of them goes on cooldown, say like you do the dash and then the spinny thing to take out Daredevil like I did a couple of times, that just kind of grounds you. Like, you need to be on your healing deck, you need to be ready to pop the E on your healing deck, which I think is raise. Or is that flush? Anyways, but you pop the super heal, that makes the healing cards rebound in between all nearby allies, and that also gets you a good bit of healing too. So you definitely want to have something like that ready if you don't have any mobility moves. I tried using the little spin slam once as a mobility move, and it didn't really move me terribly far. I thought I was going to kind of, you know, go more towards my enemy and get within range of them. I healed some allies with it, but I didn't damage the enemy. And you also saw me try to use it right there to at the very end to kind of close in on Daredevil real quick, and it didn't quite get me there. He's different for sure. He's absolutely different for sure. He's kind of a mix of like anti-dive melee type stuff. Like when people close in on you, you kind of want to go like close range melee, use some of your other abilities. And at range, you kind of want to focus on just throwing at your cards, trying to heal your allies and deal damage to enemies. So far from the first game, I'm gonna like him. I am going to like him, but he's definitely going to have a bit of a higher learning curve than some of the other strategists do. I think he's going to be more like a Loki or a Mantis that has a little bit of a higher learning curve, but once you make that learning curve, oh, you're going to be doing absolutely awesome with him. Now, if you still just want to pop in, and you saw me do a good bit of this when I was in the game, I kind of stayed on the healing deck trying to heal my allies. So if you just kind of want to use him like a Luna or like an Adam, someone that doesn't have like a lot of extra thrills and frills, but they really focus in on the one thing and they do it well, I think Gambit would be a good addition then. Of course, you're not taking full advantage of the character, but he's still definitely going to be potent, just straight up trying to heal. There was multiple times I was able to keep my team alive, and it seemed like whenever my other support would go down, or when I would swap to the Breaking Hearts deck, took me a second to remember the decks, but when I swapped from the healing deck to the Breaking deck, it's like, oh, okay, now I'm not really healing like as much as I could be on the healing side, and like my team didn't hold up against the enemy onslaught. His ultimate, I popped that a couple of times. I never really had a chance to kind of take status effects off of people. I tried doing the Purify thing once when Daredevil was close, and then at that point I know he's got somebody marked. It didn't really seem to do anything about that, or at least if it did, of course I'm not going to notice it because, well, I'm not Daredevil. But all in all, first games, first impression, you saw it. I like him. I like these characters with more options, more choices, more flexibility. Now, not all of them come with higher learning curves, but Gambit is going to be, I don't know. I haven't really participated much in the competitive scene, but I could really see Gambit shaking up the competitive scene, right? If somebody knows how to play him, has gotten really used to when you want to swap, when you want to use raise or flush with whatever deck you're on, he's going to be a good one. At least first impressions. Of course, it seems every hero is going to be a good one, but so far we've been really lucky these past several seasons. Oh, I say several, but these past couple of seasons, like, we've gotten really great heroes. Angela's a good one that came in last season. Daredevil also came in last season, another good one. And now we've got Gambit. I can't wait to see what they do for Rogue. I honestly can't. Now, I've given everybody their thumbs up. Let's check out that highlight. Okay, yeah. We were holding them off here. This is when we had the advantage. I popped my ultimate. Try to give some healing to my allies. You know, there again, I don't really think there was anything to cleanse. That's when I got, or I was on the Breaking Hearts deck at this point, and that's when I got an Invisible Woman at range. And that is all I've got for the Dirty Casual tries, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Like, what do you think of Gambit? Have you played with them? Do you like swapping between the decks a whole lot? Do you like trying to stay on the one deck for the most part and swap to the other one when you need it? Do you think he's kind of like an anti-dive support? Do you think he's more of like a ranged damage support? Let me know in those comment sections down below. And of course, let me know what you think about our recent hero additions. I want to know what you guys think about Angela and Daredevil and now Gambit, and we're going to be getting Rogue. We've been getting a lot of good heroes here of late, especially not just like, you know, with how they've done the designs and the artwork, which is always amazing, but we're getting some good heroes that don't necessarily always get included in games. I love this. We're digging down into the lore. Now, granted, digging down for Gambit doesn't go that far, like, you know, at the longest back to the 90s, right? Anyways, mon ami, I will catch you guys next time. Please drop a like, share this around, of course, subscribe for more. Let me know if you guys want to see even more Marvel Rivals type of content with those likes. And of course, subscribing will prevent you from missing any other kind of content that I do. But most importantly, have a wonderful rest of your day. And now I gotta go get prepped for Friday Night Rivals.